So let's push the button here and let's talk about the Tulsa. Now, the Tulsa is in kind of a weird spot because she's a Tier 9 premium American heavy battleship. Um, she's got,
Battleship?
not battleship, sorry, cruiser.
Cruiser.
I'm trying to think of something else. She's got basically Des Moines guns, but one less barrel in the turret. Um, and recently she was, if I remember right, buffed with getting destroyer dispersion as well.
Yep.
She's got the ability to do the radar and hydro combo that Des Moines has. She's got a heal. She's pretty comfortable, but she's not perfect. And I think the problem with the reason for that is because she's tier 9. In a tier lock situation, she's a great ship. But I don't know. How does she compare to the old tier 9 Baltimore? Probably not as favorably. Do we have.
My point is,
Go ahead.
the thing with the Tulsa,
Oh.
that the issue is not actually the fact that it's, well, the issue is the hull, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
it basically uses the same hull as the Rochester. Not, it doesn't use
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore's hull, it uses Rochester's hull, which means it has the modified superstructure and everything. So fundamentally not that different from the Baltimore. That's kind of a
Yeah.
problem though, because it's 27 millimeters all around plating, which is
Mm-hmm.
fine if you're facing, a bunch of 380 millimeter armed battleships. And the problem is,
Correct.
unlike the Des Moines, you can't angle against 406s as effectively, which is
Yes.
an issue.
So when you're playing random battles, Tulsa, if she's top tier, is a pretty good ship, you know. But if you're in random battles and you get into a super ship game, I mean, you are food for like all the battleships. So that's one of the reasons why I think Wargaming buffed her with destroyer dispersion for the main battery, because that helps to hit destroyer guns and stuff like that. Lupus, I see your question. I'll get to it in a sec. I want to get through the build here. So let's talk about what Armact is doing for his build. He's got main armaments, damage control. Armact, dude, I think we talked about this on one of your previous ones, but you definitely want engine room protection over fire and flood, less chance of that. I know for Armact, he hates being on fire. So he probably built this ship up before we even had that discussion. But you definitely want to go engine room protection, or I would say it's a radar boat. So build into the radar. If you play the ship a lot, invest the coal, get the radar mod. Aiming systems is great. Propulsion is fine. Concealment's good. And main battery mod 3 is perfect. Everything else is fine. Farming USN cruisers from gunboats is one of your secret pleasures. I love doing it too. In Kitakazi or Kiev or whatever. You've got Halsey on here. My guess is this is your Des Moines captain, because why the hell wouldn't you take essentially a tier 9 Des Moines and throw your Des Moines captain on it? So Halsey's great. You got buffed gun feeder, consumable enhancements, grease the gears, it's also buffed, superintendent for the extra heal, radar hydro, survivability expert for the extra living, concealment expert, adrenaline rush, top grade gunner. It's a standard Des Moines build. I will say, personal opinion, I like having party target over consumables enhancements. I'd rather know how screwed I'm about to be than take 10% longer duration.
All
Um,
right. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna have to go play with ball.
okay, cool. Well, thanks
Uh,
for hanging out, bud. Good to see you as always.
I'll be lurking and deleting all Thurback's messages.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, man. Take care. There's a shout out for Puddin. Guys, go toss Puddin a follow. Warning: He has very NSFW. He does use gamer words. He's invented gamer words, and he is one of the saltiest of sailors. But he's fun as hell to watch. So personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. Armact. I would probably drop the consumables enhancements in favor of the additional situational awareness from priority target. And then I would probably drop the top grade gunner for radio location. In ranked, in randoms, you could definitely get away with top grade gunner. But I think in ranked, radio location is just so sexy. Am I missing anything, gents?
um, Alternatively, yeah, you can go radio location. Um, or if you hate planes, you can go with the 4-point AA skill that reduces your consumable cooldown whenever you have
Yeah.
whenever you're being attacked by planes. Otherwise, this is a pretty bog standard build. In fact, that's identical to what I run on Des Moines and Tulsa.
Yeah.
So, well, not
Yeah.
with Tulsa. I don't have a Tulsa. I have Des Moines.
But if you had one,
But,
you would.
yeah, pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah.
signal flags. You are. I almost said Fignal Sags. You are. I'm tired. You're running the HP flag, and then of course the heal boost. So you're trying to just, conserve flags, which is perfectly fine. Yes, the 4-point for a situational skill is kind of interesting because you're dependent on. Well, there are the Dutch light cruisers that just got released. There's Dutch cruisers, heavies. There's the Tromp. There's hybrids. And then there's carriers. So there's a lot of opportunities for planes, more so than there was a year ago. That being said, yes, it is still very situational. Anyway.
Situational, but effective when you can make the most out of it. Because you can cycle heals, you can cycle consumables as frequently as you need them to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you are in a division with another cruiser, Donskoy. That's interesting. 2 radar cruisers. And then you've got an Izumo. You're probably trying to help him win, frankly. Okay, and you're top tier. 1 sub each. No carriers. See, so if he took the anti-air skill here, for example, not much would get. You only see
Not
bluefish
much
that
value
will.
out of it, yeah. There's not much value out of it there, I'd agree.
Yep.
But I will argue
Cohorn.
this, though. Cohorn, yeah, if you're getting dropped with the Cohorn constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I don't really see much use to have the skill here.
Okay,
other than if
it helps with
Cohorn
the sub.
constantly drops you.
Yeah, we're talking about activating Hujam, but yeah, it would absolutely help with against the sub. But it's an S189, so that sub player either really knows how to play the sub or he really doesn't. I agree,
He
Armored.
doesn't.
I agree, Armored, and that's one of the reasons why I a lot of times value radio location over top grade gunner, because top grade gunner you have to have something in your concealment range. Okay, I had a question from Lupus. Lupus, thank you for your patience. New player to Warships, welcome and run. I love the grind, but you're running out of ship space. How do you get more slots for more ships? There's a couple ways of doing that. One is if you buy ships in the premium shop, or I think in the armory you do get a slot automatically. The big thing for you is there is a container that drops port slots. Guys, which one is it? Is it?
You can get it out of the super container. You can get out of
No, but a regular
even the
container.
small container.
There used to be a regular
Oh?
container that dropped a port slot. I don't remember which one now.
I think it's still the more coal. I think the more
Is it more coal?
coal's- More coal. I think it might be
Okay.
the coal container that drops port slots. I think
So-
all of them do. It's just infrequent.
If that's the case, then make sure you keep getting the specific container that can drop the ship slots. The other thing that you should consider doing, small containers. Okay, by small containers, hi Betaflex and Joey, are you talking about the Try Your Lucks? It used to be the credit one,
Yes,
but now it's only Try Your Luck. Okay, got it.
yeah, it's only try your luck. I think.
Okay.
No, I don't.
So-
I might be remembering things wrong. Then.
If it's only Try Your Luck, then you're going to basically want to use that all the time. Okay? Now, a way to ensure that you have port slots available is you want to sell ships in your port that are under essentially your median tier. So if you look at your worldofwarships.com site, you look at what your average tier is, anything under your average tier you can probably sell, assuming that you've got the next available. So if you've got the tier 5 of a line and your average tier is tier 5, then you can sell the tier 4, the tier 3, the tier 2, the tier 1. That's true. Cthulhu battle passes typically give you a slot as well. A lot of the times it's under the free battle pass too. So
Or you can outright buy slots with doubloons as well. I
yeah,
believe.
I don't like that though. I just
Yeah, it's not great for the value. It's
No.
it's like $200 doubloons for one slot. Like, yeah, not great.
Beta. That's a good
Okay,
point.
so
You can
I-
buy Charleston
I
for
do-
coal and keep selling her. But yeah, sell tier 1
I
through
do
4.
like this initial positioning. I like
This is a
initial
strong spot.
positioning. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now the advantage is that
I don't like that
you
he's moving
can
out.
effectively No, not full speed. But if he's going like quarter throttle, absolutely, I'm taking this move every single time. Because now you have the ability to just poke your front two turrets around the corner and shoot undetected.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing out into Minnesota, though, it's questionable. Very questionable, to say the least.
You're going full send it? I mean, okay, you're down. It's 5 minutes and you're down 2 ships. Not much else has happened. I mean, you shot down some planes. Oh boy.
Now
Do
the
not-
upside is that you don't move, don't switch, don't shoot, don't shoot until you get to the islands, because
You don't want them to know you're
You
there.
don't want to shoot. Yeah. Well,
That's the thing.
trigger discipline here is critical. Maintain your trigger discipline, because you'll find that it rewards you. Right?
Well, you just
I know
got
that
detected.
looks juicy.
He just got detected, so at that point, fire away. Here comes some more planes. Ironically enough, we talked about not taking a skill because very few planes, and you managed to find the one ship that's got all the planes for you. Sold low tiers, grinding new lines, trying to...
Problem solved, sir.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Zell.
Yeah, I'm just reading Lupus. So Lupus, you know, honestly, yeah, if you're trying to complete campaigns, make sure that you do the epochs of the Navy campaign, because those oh my god, those require tier 4 and 3 in some cases ships. So make sure that you've got those campaigns done. I like that idea to hold on to those ships. And I will say this, there's no rush in this game. No rush whatsoever. So if you are maxed out on ships and you don't have anything else to grind, then just play a bunch of premium ships until you get port slots. Because that'll help grow
Speaking
your
of
captains and
rush.
you'll get a whole lot of credits. Well, I mean, that's the Cohorn's damn fault. I mean, he just totally misplayed that. And you took advantage of it. That was great. That's the one you're doing. Perfect. So the thing is here now what? I'm going to pause it. I've been trying to avoid that because I'm trying to get through replays a little bit quicker today since we got slightly delayed at the start. What do you do now? Here's the deal. You've got a floor... I want to talk about battleship power projection for a second, okay? You've got a Florida right here. Now, this Florida projects power like this, right? So if you come out in front of the Florida, you die. Possibly. You want to get behind the Mets because the Mets also projects power in front of him, but in a lesser of a cone, because it's all of his turrets are bow on. So you don't want to come out in front of the Mets. You also don't want to come out in front of the Florida. So honestly, what I might do is I might turn around. I might back up and go forward like this and put my bow guns facing the Jean Bart and this group here, because this allows you to back up and duck behind the island. If you start getting focused, this is where priority target comes in handy because you know how many people are shooting you. But until that happens, you can just bang away on the Jean Bart. Once you might not have the range on the Jean Bart. Let's see, it's
Hello.
close. What do you think,
Whoa.
Shockwave? Is that what you would do here? Well, I mean, another alternate
Probably,
is to go here. So another alternate is to go here, up against the island in B.
Yeah. The key is to isolate your opponents, the
Yes.
opponents that you know you can fight before you commit, right?
Yes.
So if I'm looking to isolate an opponent, I'm going to take the one that's least likely to try and going to be able to kill me in the first couple of shots, right? So
Right.
in that case, I'm looking to shoot the Florida because he has 356 mil guns. He's not going to overmatch me, right?
Okay.
So I can just sit balance him and farm him to death.
So-
Minnesota, on the other hand, is not such a good option.
And that's
if
the
you
problem.
consider it
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because if you go into this channel, I think you're thinking about this channel here, where he can shoot the Florida, but if he does that, if the Minnesota just decides he doesn't like you, then you hurt. So you can do that. You would have to do kind of one of those pixel perfect things where you make sure the island is right next to your midsection so that you're not spotted and you're only firing with your front 2 turrets. Try that. Chaser's been playing this game since closed beta, so you think the only tech line you don't have is for Soviets, and you're going to correct that. Sounds good, Chaser. Welcome back in, by the way. I hope you're having a good Sunday.
All right. Okay, let's take a look at this more carefully. So you're sitting behind the island here. what you could do, well, the problem is this is one of the limiting factors of the Tulsa is that it has almost no main battery gun range, right? If you take a look at the scope of its main battery range, it's only 14.9. So maybe not the best thing in the world to do. But what you could do is reverse and try and shoot the jump art, or you can let your Zuma take it on. But you now see the Florida pushing up, right? So you can kind of back up and shoot him if you'd be able to shoot him if he's a little closer.
Now, you opening up like this,
Maybe.
you'll be spotted, but you'll do some. Oh, Huron, switch to Huron, switch Armament. Come on, he's right in front of you. How do you not see him? Armament.
Tunnel vision.
Hello, Armament. Earth to Armament. Zumo's crying for help? If Azumo's crying for help, tell him to bring a better ship. I'm kidding, I love Azumo. I know a lot of people hate it.
I demonstrated how good the Azuma is. But why not ship the Huron, though? Support drop in Suki, right?
Because
yes, your battleship may die. Let's sacrifice you're willing to make.
Yes, but his division mate is crying for help, so he's trying to help us. And if he's in voice chat, I get it. I completely understand. You missed your shots on Huron before you figured you wouldn't be able to hit. I mean, he's broadside right in front of you. Now, the nice thing with you being spotted like this is it might encourage the Florida to charge you, and it does. I don't like this turnout, though.
No, that's bad. You should slow down completely.
Yeah.
I mean, does he get away with it? It's a question.
We'll find out.
Good use of the radar to get a better bead on what the Florida's trying to do.
Yep. AP into the bow is nice.
He's not even looking at you. What?
He is.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, you want to think about too is your division mate is crying for help. That's cute. You helped him on the Jean Bart at the cost of their Huron killing your Akatsuki. So guess what the Huron's gonna do? He's gonna go kill your div mate. So he's gonna keep crying for help.
Yeah.
God.
And Seth, what is it that I've preached about 10,000 times at this point?
Look at the Vias.
Squares win games.
Oh, yeah, well, I always preach it too. But I really don't like this dude. We were just talking about isolating opponents. Metz is quite low, but if you keep moving forward, you're going to get into his range. You got a Viasma, an Atago, and an Amagi. Oh, and their sub. All right there. This feels bad. But the Atago at least is giving you broadside.
Yeah, and this is Des Moines AP. I would have pinged up a lot faster, if I'm being honest. Like, gone aimed out of sight, like, a lot faster.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, his last secondary hits you for a fire. Oof. I think we're gonna get a death pick, folks. Oh, he's giving you side. Oh God.
Don't tell me the Mets is gonna.
Oh God.
Oh, the Mets actually overpinned.
Through the village, nothing but Citadel. Oh, by the way, you're gonna lose this game.
Torpedoes to starboard.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah. This is.
I like how you're turning north, yeah, you guys don't see me. If I don't look at you, then you can't see me. I like how you did that. That's cute,
That the sub is going to, the submarine is going to keep you permalit. So unless you like turn away and hard disengage now, which you do, you actually get away with it, which is nice, I guess. But now you have to kill everyone. The good news is that the Helena is a one-shot. But the question is, how much health is the Minnesota on, and how long will it take before you can kill it?
I was totally expecting you to die to the Amagi and Viasma. And for some odd reason, the Viasma is like, nope, I'm just going to back up and ignore that you exist. And the Amagi wants to sit bow on to things. Probably because he's looking at your Donskoy. So he's going to keep his rear guns unmasked for that.
Wait. Okay. I would be having your guns turned towards the Florida. And the moment I kill that Florida, I would slam on the brakes full stop, right? Because here's the thing. The Minnesota is going to shoot you, anticipate. Don't turn in! Don't turn out! Don't turn out! Don't do that, because now you're presenting a lasers.
It depends on what the Minnesota's doing. And this is why priority target is so handy, because you know what the Minnesota's doing. If that ticks up, you know he's looking at you. He's not. He's looking at Lepanto. So you can just continue to farm him because he's looking at Lepanto. He knows Lepanto is a one-shot, but he doesn't know that the Lepanto got a heal off. Oh, Halsey.
Oh, all different. Okay, good. I would actually be turning in here, not continuing to sail flat broadside, because now the Amagi and the Vyasma can both shoot you, right?
Vyasma's looking at
Even if
Donskoy. Look at his
Minnesota's-
position.
Well, yeah, sure, but then the Amagi can also shoot him too. That's my bigger
Magi's
concern, right?
Magi's also looking at
Also looking
Donskoy.
at
and he's just
Donskoy.
chasing that way.
Oh my God,
I mean,
he's
you're right.
actually-
And again,
Yeah.
priority target gives you that information too, right? Okay, who's
Yeah.
targeting me? Is it the Minnesota's guns? Are they looking my way? Or if they're not, okay, that's the Magi shooting me. So that's where priority target really shines too. I do like the constant use of
this-
AP into the superstructure though.
And it's the flat side too. This is the benefit of having those improved auto bounce angles on the American heavy cruisers, because although I would be like sailing away from Minnesota, I'd actually be turning in to support the Lepanto directly. Right? I also probably want to heal here just to keep preserving your DPM a bit. Otherwise,
I
it's
would-
fine. Like, I probably want to fields, if I'm being totally honest.
If
That'd be
instead
fun.
of turning like in, I would be turning out. I'd be heading towards the A cap here. Get behind these guys. Vyasma's not a threat when you're behind him as much. Still his 4 or 6mm guns are, you know, BS. And then there's a Magi, so. Chaser? Yes. Destroyers, though. Yeah, use incoming fire alert. My problem with destroyers is typically when you're spotted, you're being shot at in a destroyer. Because most people understand shoot the destroyers to win. So it comes down to... it's very dependent on the destroyer. I might use it on a ship like Kyiv, priority target, because it tells me how much of the enemy team I've pissed off. That's my troll counter. How many ships have I trolled to the point where they are going to drop everything and come after me? Also, I think I'm going to eat my
I have
words
to
about
give-
you losing this game.
I have to give commiserations to that Donskoy for staying alive as long as he has.
Oh, he's
The
doing a
bigger
fantastic
concern is
job.
now- a great job, because he's kept him at this since he's now got the I would hit the Flamma radar here immediately.
This is the radar. You got spotted. Radar, figure out where the sub is, especially because Lepanto's got ASW. And
Also, because Sap
so do
does a
you.
ton of damage to submarines too.
Well, that is true as
So,
well,
yeah.
yes. X-Lime, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a great Sunday.
The thing is, the moment I get spotted by a submarine, I'm going to hit the Flamma radar no matter what. Like if I'm in a cruiser, because it'll spook the submarine into diving, which is one thing. But the other thing too is not only does it spook the submarine into diving, he'll oftentimes panic thing and like do something
I
really
mean-
random. So that gives me leverage to do whatever I want.
Even your Izumo div mate is saying subs are immune to radar if they're submerged. When you were spotted, that sub was on the surface, otherwise, or periscope. So absolutely use the radar at that moment. And now you've used it and it's too late. He's back up on the surface or whatever again.
I think the submarine just realized. I would honestly, okay, now you're spotted. Now the question is he in the cap or is he?
He's not in the cap.
behind you?
He's getting progress on the cap. So I would put the
So,
submarine over
probably
here.
behind- Right, as last up. I probably put the submarine as last up as well.
Direct front.
Oh, Torps,
This is all-
he's actually over here. Interesting. Look at that. You clicked right where I put on the minimap. That's cute.
Sneaky S189. What I
Still
would do
learning
in
how to
this,
play subs.
In this particular circumstance, what I would do is obviously keep the submarine right in front of you, so it's a little bit easier to avoid getting slapped, right?
Sure.
But what I would also do is keep continuing towards the cap, keep continuing towards C. Don't chase them, right? Because you do need their points to stop ticking. That's inevitably.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Yeah, we don't. This could be the replay bug. Let's see. You just got point. So it is accurate. The points are accurate. You got 3 minutes to go. You will probably get enough to win, but I agree with you though. It's hard to know for sure. So you definitely want to be thinking about getting to the A cap. Now, Chaser and anybody else who doesn't understand subs that well, there is a very important skill that every sub player needs to take. And if you are an experienced and advanced sub player, you probably already have that. And that is, I think it's a 3-point skill. I don't remember the name of it, but
Yes.
it alerts you.
It's called watchful.
Watchful, thank you.
skill.
It alerts you if radar or hydro is active and you are not currently detected. So did you notice how that S-189 player all of the sudden showed back up again right when the radar was expired? That's because he's got Watchful, and it told him, hey, if you surface, you will be detected on radar. It literally pops up on the corner like here, like your regular, if you're spotted or not indicator, and it tells you if you are within detection range of either the radar or the hydro. So if you're at like 30 meters down, there's your Kraken, congrats. If you're at 30 meters down, hydro will not detect you unless you are within 2 kilometers of that ship. That's guaranteed detection with hydro. But if you surface from hydro, from 30 meters down, and you surface to periscope depth, you will be detected by hydro. So Watchful lets you know that is that is a possibility. Game-winning kill indeed. Look at all the medals that have been pinned to Armac's chest.
Very nicely played game.
Fantastic game.
Very nicely played game.
Very nicely played game. There's a few things that you are very fortunate in this game. You're very fortunate that you weren't sure what to do. You took a guess, and it worked out for you because you had all these ships that should have killed you that just didn't seem to care you existed. And not only that, but they happily showed you broadside and let you slap them to death. And I'm talking about the Atago and the Mets. These two ships are the reason that you won the game. Frankly. These two ships. And you could also say maybe the you didn't even shoot them, but the Vyazma and the Amagi. Although look at the Amagi. 611.
I'd also probably put some credit towards the Minnesota for not even looking at you and letting you farm him to death.
Okay, well look at his position on the scoreboard, and this is why this is why you play what the ship can do, but you also play based off how the player reacts to situations. When he's shooting at the Minnesota with AP, the Minnesota just didn't bleep and care. So that tells you I can just keep farming, right? Well, and then let's go back to his team. And what did his team do right? Is Lepanto and Donskoy are MVPs for a living. Absolutely right, Armor Prayer. And I mean, Azumo did quite well for himself too, even though he died, right? But Lepanto, almost dead, gets the heal off at a pivotal moment when the Minnesota can't shoot him. That's huge, right? Donskoy, turning and farming, kiting away and farming an Amagi. And again, based off at base XP, I'm guessing he wasn't a good shot. And then farming down the Vyazma as well. So, fantastic game.
Yeah. Taking advantage of a somewhat unfortunate situation to come back down, I think you were down 4 or 5 ships at one point. Which is an excellent game, to say the least.
I even said, you're going to lose this game.
You thought this was lost.
Yeah.
You thought this was lost, Seth. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Very well played. But there was the only complaint is that there are a couple of plays here that made me kind of grind my teeth a bit. I'm thinking very questionable maneuvers. I'm thinking to myself, oh God, what was he doing? But I mean, as the mighty Jingles once said, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid.
Nope. So I mean, the big thing is, and we were talking about other stuff, port slots and stuff. But right about here, dude, you did something that I would say it like this: if this was a tier 9 game, or sorry, a super ship game, like you were bottom tier, you'd probably be dead, right? The decision to move forward from that island and to get into B, it's a very risky play, but it pays off for you. So, title, guys, what are we going to use for a title?
Come back.
That's
not
a good title.
It's a simple title. I think it works.
I was being sarcastic. Okay, you were being serious. My bad.
Tulsa King.
Of course, I'm serious.
I mean, I would almost even use balls deep, but it family friendly. Don't call it a comeback. Bonkers.
If you spell it right, that'd be a good one.
Ha ha ha! I see where you went there. I think, medals could be a good one. Because, I mean, look at all the medals you earned. Well, you can't see it, but, I mean... 2 General Offensive, Brothers in Arms, Confederate, Bounty Hunter, Strike Team, Shoulder to Shoulder, Dreadnought, Kraken, and Coordinated Attack. Crazy, dude. But yeah, also, shoot the Destroyer. Jesus. That Huron. Man.
I missed it looking at all the pictures from around the area.
Yeah, no, I saw the one you sent me, dude. You dodged a bullet. You really did.
Yeah,
I'm glad you're okay, and I hope everybody else is okay.
Yeah. You too, man. There's more coming.
Oh, is there? Good.
Yeah, hopefully things get better for you guys up there.
How not to throw in Tulsa.
Highway 74 shut down because a bunch of tractor trailers got flipped over in the wind. And then there's a bunch of seed barns and house barns and all kinds of stuff up within 5 miles of my house that all got flattened.
Well, you're in the flat part of Illinois, so there's not a lot of anything to break the wind.
Down.
Exactly.
It was like sustained 65-mile-an-hour winds with bursts up to 100.
That's a nasty storm.
It's a very nasty storm.
That's bad.
You're happy you got me to
really
call
bad.
early victory a loss. Dude, come on. Who else is thinking you're going to win that game? Like, seriously. Let's be real. Now,
I kind of figured you would win that, given how poorly the enemy team decided to play towards the latter half, where I started paying attention to the mini-map and realized, oh, wait, their 2 tier 9s are actually chasing the Donskoy.
Now, I want to say something really important, though. There's a difference between saying, well, we lost this game, and, well, we lost this game, let's go next. There's a very big difference between that. If you had said, well, we lost this game, and let's just go next, got yourself killed, you would have lost the game. So I think what's important about this is that mindset of saying, okay, well, we lost this game, let's just do something, right? And that's, I often talk about that in competitive environments too, like with King of the Sea and stuff. If you know you're going to lose, just tell everybody to turn around and push. If everybody does it at the right time and catch the enemy off guard, you have a chance of winning. But look, their sub, you guys can't see it, but their sub came in first place. And their Tago, which you beat down, came in second.
Yeah. Otago is a great ship right up until it faces an American cruiser, and then it kind of just fries. Because
if it faces an American cruiser and shows broadside, yes.
Yes. Yes.
So, anyway.
That's how that goes.
Yep.
Great game. Honestly, great game. I honestly, if this had to get a vote to be put on YouTube, I'd put this one up because it's
Yep.
It's just about what you'd expect. That aggressive positioning almost got you killed, and that kind of spooked me a bit because I'm thinking to myself, oh god, this is going to end poorly, and then enemy team decided to try and win harder, and they
Yep. So Armact, thank you. You have a title suggestion until the lady sings. It's supposed to be until the fat lady sings. So what I might do is just change it to Fat Lady, and people can figure out why I called it Fat Lady. Also, you shot the Missouri, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't call it the Fat Lady because Tulsa's not really fat. It's pretty skinny.
I know, that's the problem.
Which is why he was able to get away with the... I mean, if you tried that maneuver against the Mets and a Buffalo, you would have instantly died. But because it wasn't Mets, it was a Tulsa with the skinnier Baltimore-based hull.
Yeah.
You got away with it. Baltimore's hull is notorious for being one of the trolliest in the game, actually.
Personally, I never quit. Never quit could work. I think Metal Count would be a great title too, but Diet Lady. Jesus.
The Diet
Okay.
Lady? It's
Let's get out
until the skinny lady sings.